My name is Pedro Ribeiro, and for this interview, I'm gonna be doing a house tour where our movie was actually filmed. So let's get going. So we're here at the driveway where our first shot in the house was actually filmed, and I'll show a clip here. So the first question is, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups and issues? So to me, using conventions in film to represent something is very important for the viewer, and it really helps them like characterize a character and like really understand how a character operates and thinks. And in our movie, we did this by having two of our characters indulge in dialogue between each other that it identifies that they have a secret relationship. This secret relationship is later to be identified as a collaboration between the two characters, Nicole and Demain. And in this collaboration, they have the intent to kill and hurt somebody. This in film generally represents evil. To kill somebody with no bad intentions towards you is just an act of human indecency. Later on in the movie, as the main character is honing in to kill my character, he shows no sign of remorse and is actually casual about just killing somebody off. Like that doesn't have any bad intention towards them. This is all retracted back to utilizing conventions to attract the viewer's attention to the movie itself and having a positive reaction towards your movie. So now that we're done with the first question, let's move on to the next part of the house. So now moving on to the next part of the house, we have the poolside table where my character was killed off in the movie, right here. And I'll show the clip right here.
So what's your plan for the weekend? What you coughing for? Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my God.
So the second question is, how does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a media text? So to me, our choice of genre directly correlates with engaging with audiences' attention to keep them fixated on the movie. Thriller is something that keeps the audience at the edge of their seat at all times, and our way to implement this genre towards our movie was to do as much as possible in our title sequence / beginning of our movie. We did that by ending the beginning of the movie with a character death. And some would call that expectable, but when done efficiently, it can really grasp the viewer's attention and get them physically, or not physically, but connected with the movie and like have some sort of affection to it. And I'm not saying it that we did it perfectly, but we tried our best to deliver the best acting possible. If we were to distribute this movie as a real media text, I'd hope to get it on like a movie theater or like streaming sites such as Netflix or Hulu, whatever gets people watching our movie. Now that we're done with this question, let's move on into inside of the house. So now that we're inside the house, ignore all these dogs here. This was where one of our scenes was shot, and I'll put the clip here.
Damn, Nicole, what you texting me for? Bro, you trying to get something to drink right quick?
Yeah.
Alright, man, let's sit out.
Moving on to the kitchen, another scene was shot here where Demain was preparing his murderous drinks.
Oh my God, to do it right now. Let's get it done. Let's get it done with. Good kill him. Okay, we go. Let's go kill him.
So the third question is, how have our production skills developed throughout this whole project? So I remember when we were first introduced to this project, our teachers had PowerPoints showing all of like the information we needed, like such as like how to get a title sequence, how to implement a title sequence, like all that type of stuff, and we were all dumbfounded. We all thought that this was the hardest thing ever. and that we were never gonna get this as a good movie. Through our progress through production, we kind of, had to lead our own ways and really understand how to do this stuff by ourselves because this was our own project, so we had to do that. And as our understanding of production developed throughout the duration of the project, we got an understanding of really the basics of producing a movie. And even though it's amateur and it's not really professional at all, we had so much fun doing it, and this all really was a good experience. Now that we're done with the third question, let's move on to the next room and we'll get going with the next question. So here we're in the room of two of the characters, Jordan and Nicole, where they impact.
Okay, so we'll have this one, and the boys will have that one. All right. This is nice. I like it. Plant the trees.
And the fourth question is, how did you use technology, software, online, etc. in this project? So basically, our entire project really evolved around technology, from communication between us to get things done, like our blogs, our production, like information on where we're gonna meet up to film, like stuff like that. That was all done through technologies, like by texting on the phone. Furthermore, our movie was basically entirely filmed on the iPhone, which is a piece of technology, obviously. Additionally, to research everything that we needed to get informed on how to product a movie or produce a movie was used by technologies, by us looking up in search browsers like Google, Safari, stuff like that. The use of these resources greatly expanded our knowledge on how to operate and produce a movie, and that was really helpful, and that was only due to the use of technology. Again, the entire editing process was also done utilizing technology. Our friend Domain had this software on his computer that edited our movie very thoroughly, and to add, also had to research our music through the technology and implement the music into the movie, downloading it through like browsers such as YouTube and such, and really doing that advanced our knowledge on technology as well, because we really weren't informed that this was really a possibility and that we didn't know how to do it, and that technology was also utilized while producing the movie and filming it, because in certain scenes in the movie we were texting on the phone, we're calling, etc. And I'll show you the clips here.